gentlemen, we have to talk about how crazy it is. We can't. We just got to stop denying the fact that the Epstein files have dropped. You got to remember that these people have been making it so you are desensitized to this. They've been stealing our children for years and years and years. And what you're going to see here in this video, it's a short video. It's about 2 minutes long. Stay with me here. The first clip is John Rich basically telling you how it all started. And then it goes into Tucker Carlson, and he does a lot of interviews, and it is explosive. And then at the end, I got one awesome video from um, last night on the news, on Fox News, Jesse Waters, uh, that I think most of you Trump supporters will like. Uh, Here we go. All right, let's get it started. Sorry about that. Let's get that going.
Not a fairy tale anymore. It's real. If you recall, the Olympics prior to this one is when they mocked the Lord's Supper and had a bunch of guys wearing women's clothes with little kids sitting in their lap.
And then they make an apology after. Oops, we're sorry, our bad. They do that every time. They make an apology after the backlash.
So
you got to remember that this whole video is basically it's things that they've been telling us right to our faces, but we just sort of laugh it off as humor. That's what they get their rocks off on telling us.
So it's a two-sided thing. When it becomes that obvious, it then puts the onus on every human being out there to make a decision. Where are you going to go? You going to follow that, or are you going to push back and go the opposite direction? There is no middle ground with this anymore. And so to that effect, I actually think it's a good thing. I'd rather the devil be on display where everybody can see him clearly than in the shadows where it's much easier to trick people. You can't really trick them now. I mean, everybody's seeing it.
Todd Blanche we saw on Fox.
Now that's exactly why I went to play that one right away, was because of the fact that it basically puts the devil in full display. And today is Sunday for me. All right, so here we go. Tucker Carlson.
There's an exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and, we think, a urologist, and I'm quoting, and they're going back and forth on stuff. And he says, I'm back. Can call you in Stendra 100 at Zitmer. Now, Stendra is apparently an erectile dysfunction drug, and he's prescribing it to Jeffrey Epstein, who apparently needs it. And Epstein writes, how many? And the doctor writes back, 10. After you use them, let's go get pizza and grape soda. Call me. So to all...
You got to remember, it's code. If you heard plenty of times, everybody in the pedo world call it pizza party.
All the people who dismissed out of hand this conspiracy theory about Pizzagate, it had nothing to do with sex or kids or anything illicit at all. It wasn't a code word. Here you have, apparently, Jeffrey Epstein's urologist telling him that after you take your erectile dysfunction drug, wash your hands and join me for pizza and grape soda. Okay, now.
Pizza and grape soda, they are code. Code, guys. It does sound disgusting, but stick with me here. You have to see it because this is not the worst. I don't play the worst, but I'm saying in the future, it's basically unsensitizing you so you can actually see what's coming.
Would you mind just giving a recap, a basic recap of what this Pizzagate theory was and what we actually know about that story?
Yeah, it's another one of those stories that was distorted by the apparent cover-up, or at least distorted by the media's response to it, which was very much a straw man style response.
Now, this leads up to where Donald Trump says news media is fake news. That's why that had to come out, is because of stuff like this. Remember when Pizzagate came out, all the news media's, oh no, that's fake news, that's not real, that's not true, because they were in on it. And this just explains what Pizzagate is.
in that
It'll all come out.
these emails get dumped online full of everything that was in John Podesta's life. And John Podesta is a very powerful and connected man. And there was lots of stuff in those emails that was overtly concerning, politically concerning, geopolitically concerning. But people on the internet then started to notice these strange pizza messages, messages about, $40,000 worth of hot dogs or something like that being flown to DC for parties. Things that are just like, wait a minute. You think about it for just a moment and you realize that does not make sense. And overt references to children too. Like these kids ages like 7, 8, and 9, or I forget the exact ages, will be in the pool and it'll be heated and they will be there for, it's like, wait, what are we talking about? So people started to dig into what these weird emails were. And then they started to dig into the fact that there's certain pizza places referenced a lot, places where these people are going and hosting parties. They start to notice that this one pizza place in particular, Comet Ping Pong, which was a pizza place right in the heart of DC that was run by a very politically connected DC insider, boyfriend to the founder or owner of Media Matters. A bunch of strange coincidences. They start to notice all these strange coincidences around this pizza shop. And they noticed that the Instagram of this pizza shop is full of very disturbing images of children. Things like children taped to tables, things like commenters talking about rape and sexual abuse, things like comments about kill rooms, and just so much disturbing imagery on a public Instagram account for a public pizza place that has photos of like Obama having pizza at it, that in these emails, Podesta is talking about going and having, lunch at this pizza place with all these very high level political people. And it started to get very strange. And so Pizzagate itself spiraled out into a lot of questions and concerns and genuine investigation. But then it got distorted by the media response, which felt a lot like an immune response to a dangerous virus.
Yes, and that's exactly right. There's a lot of people in the media, higher up in the media, that are pushing the narrative that was fake news. It wasn't fake news. It hasn't been all along. They've been doing a lot of crazy stuff to our children. We need to figure this out and take care of this mess. It's disgusting.
And the media response then packaged up all of these very legitimate questions that never got answered. And it repackaged it as these crazy people on the internet think that Hillary Clinton personally is running. She's the top. She's the head of a satanic pedophile cabal. And the whole thing is being run out of the basement of this pizza place that is.
Hillary Clinton is evil. Hillary Clinton is evil. Let me say that again. Hillary Clinton is evil.
You see like the absurdity of the sort of wrapper they put around this, which no one was claiming that. No one was claiming that Hillary was running it. No one was claiming that it was all out of the basement of this piece. They were just asking a lot of questions about very legitimate, strange things. And then a very weird event happened where as the media is running this big kind of smear campaign on these questions, a guy conveniently walks into that pizza place with an AR gun and shoots the place up. Doesn't hit anybody, but manages to shoot a bullet straight through the hard drive that's in the back room somehow, and gets arrested by police very publicly. They have a big photo shoot, and he gives a couple of sound bites as they're hauling him off that are something to the effect of, I was so convinced that it was all real and that it was all here, and it's just not.
See what they do? To try to convince everybody? It is ungodly crazy. Now, this next section is with Roseanne Barr. I'm going to go ahead and start it over. But listen to what Roseanne Barr said quite a while ago. Well, I don't know how long ago this was, but a while ago. Just listen to what she has to say.
You know they eat babies.
Listen to what Roseanne says in a Tucker Carlson interview. She starts calling out celebrities and elite.
You remember when Donald Trump came out and said they eat their dogs and the cats, and people just laughed, right? That was in the news for weeks. Weeks. People, weeks. Now that just last night or yesterday, the whole entire list, you can go look it up, and I haven't pulled it up, but go ahead. Every name that's in the list came out in a couple days ago, and it's silence. We're talking about babies. We're talking about kids. We're talking about people, missing kids, missing people, and it's silence. It's crickets. We talked about Trump talking about them eating dogs and cats for weeks, and now the media is silent. Even Fox News. That's why I hate Fox News. It's terrible. Nobody's talking about it, but us people, us independent journalists, we're coming out and speaking. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Eats for eating babies. She's been running in this circle for years. So I think that maybe we should listen to what she says. Do you believe her? Let me know in the comments.
That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh, and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They covered it all up. And, you know, I just pray to God. I'm just going to pray to God that he opens everybody's eyes in this country. By the time we go in to vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep.
That's right. We need to turn to God. We need to turn to God, and hopefully he comes and saves America, saves the world from these evil, evil creatures.
You know what they say, you can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it. There are so many victims. There are so many victims. There are so many children victims that are now adults. The epidemic in America is child sexual abuse, and I just want people to see it. I want people to open up their eyes and see how prevalent and horrible it is. 1 of 3 girls, 1 of 4 boys in this country today. It's just horrible, and you just can't law it away anymore.
We've been saying save the children for years now. You guys know this if you follow my channel long enough. This is total disgusting. And you think it hasn't been too long, right? But this is John Lennon back in the day talking about it. This is like a 51-second. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time. But now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do, you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing. I think they're all insane. You know, but I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it.
Remember this email that someone wrote to the devil? We're not calling him his name anymore. That's his new name.
And the crazy thing is, John Lennon was killed after that. John Lennon was killed after that. That's the sickening part about it. All right, here's another little clip right here. Now listen to this guy. It is freaking totally crazy what he has to say.
Babies of blood. And put it on my face.
They've been telling us this for years. And some of you guys probably watch these shows from Ellen DeGeneres and a couple other ones.
I eat children.
Did you hear what he just said? You think it's just fun and games because he's The Rock.
I eat children. How old are you?
12.
Oh, okay. Only to 10.
What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like.
What is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. That's what it is.
Bad Boys 2.
Really?
And yeah, they were shooting this club scene, and they brought me in, and I was wearing a Stars and Stripes bikini and a red cowboy hat and like 6-inch heels. And they took me to Mike, and he approved it, and they said, you know, Michael, she's 15, so you can't sit her at the bar, and she can't have a drink in her hand. So his solution to that problem was to then have me dancing underneath a waterfall getting soaking wet. And that's...
Perfectly wholesome.
At 15, I was in 10th grade.
Do you see that? Are you listening? This has been going on for years, and they make jokes about it. Why do you think Trump attacks all the comedians and stuff and late night hosts like that? Because they're scumbags. They've been sexualizing our children for years. And you think I'm just going to not say nothing, don't worry about it? No, it's time for everybody to stand up together. They want us fighting against each other, Democrats and Republicans. There's people in Trump's team that are scumbags. And I'm a Trump supporter. Do I think Trump's a scumbag? Absolutely not. He's the one fighting for our country. And at the end, you're going to be really happy to hear this.
So that's sort of a microcosm of how Bay's mind works.
Well, that's really a microcosm of how all our minds works. But some of us have the decency to repress those thoughts and pretend that they don't exist.
Right.
Did microcosm of how all our minds work, but some of us have the decency to repress those.
Largest children's game in the world doesn't want people on the platform saving kids. In fact,
that's crazy.
What you want in a pancake is to have the consistency of young human flesh.
It's spongy and has life to it.
You were the guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you.
This is Jerry Seinfeld in 2014 describing pancake as something else. And what's disturbing is it's meant to be funny. But why that comparison? And lately, a few unrelated things have made me pause, like that redacted picture in the files. People are noticing it looks disturbingly like a baby's foot. Now tell me, why would you redact a picture of a chicken on a cutting board? This is why. What does that look like to you? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
That's exactly right. They did that shit on purpose. It's so you guys can figure this out. It's taking independent journalists like us that are keeping this alive for their children. It's time for you guys to wake up and so we can stop sexualizing our children. This is all for the children. Donald Trump and his team is saving the children. Now take a look at this. Some of this stuff I don't believe in, but man, Jeffree Star here says a lot.
Jeffree Star just came out and said that the higher elites wanted him to get down with the reptilians. I told y'all this stuff is starting to come out more and more. This is absolutely wild to hear.
It is.
Wanted me to go full reptile. I didn't want to.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that even work? How does somebody come to you and say, hey, I want you to be a reptilian?
They see the potential that you can do to shift the culture.
Right.
And I chose to shift it myself.
And that's what they were doing all along with Obama, George Bush, and all these other... I'm not even going to say it. But Michelle...
So people actually will come to you and say, hey, I want you to be a reptilian. What does that entail?
It's more like, it's basically like selling your soul. It's such a tricky,
you have to
tricky
sign,
thing to
like
say.
Ursula and the Little Mermaid, like sign on the dotted line, and
You have to give more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a firstborn, or like your left nut or something.
Listen, if you want.
That's right. The firstborn, maybe your parent, maybe your uncles, maybe your nieces, nephews. Look at some of the superstars out there. They lost their dad. They lost their uncles. They lost their aunts. They lost their nieces. Look into it. You think it's a conspiracy theories.
I want that tour bus to not have the brakes go out tonight.
Okay, yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
no.
No one can hear us. No one knows we're talking about this.
No,
But
we're good.
It's a tricky slope because the industry is really dark.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that
I feel
will
like
do.
there's such a dark side and there's also a light side. It just depends on which.
There is. But
lane you wanna
thankfully,
go.
because of social media and people having the guts, a lot of things are now infiltrated.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, all these things are coming out.
Right.
And it's like, thank God.
Yeah.
So Hollywood is so scared.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
There's no new artists. They're all pushing the stupid satanic demon. It's all so
like,
dumb.
what's her name? Doja Cat right
Cat.
now? It's getting weird.
It's just getting boring.
It's getting uncomfortable
It's
to the point
trite is what it is.
Yeah, it's just getting uncomfortable.
It's crazy is what it is. And Hollywood is freaking out. The Democrats are freaking out. And there's some Republicans freaking out. They don't want this out. They don't want this out. Take a look at this one. See, I'm in the XRP, and I heard this one, and I was like, oh, this is crazy.
I was wondering why blue people have been so quiet about the Epstein.
Remember what I was saying? Blue people. He's talking about blue people. He's talking about Democrats. They've been really quiet lately.
Files. And then I found this.
Morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein. Among the 3 million Epstein files released by the Department of Justice last month is a 4-page FBI report on an interview the Bureau conducted in 2019 with the man believed to be former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Ryder. Ryder and his detectives began investigating Epstein for human trafficking in 2004. According to the document, Trump called Ryder around that time and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him." Everyone.
That's what killed him, but what you're saying.
That's exactly what happened. Trump turned him in. He turned Ghislaine Maxwell in. And he's the bad guy. Isn't that the craziest? I mean, come on, Democrats. You got to think about this and open up your eyes to what's really going on. Is unbelievable. Take a look at this. Now, most of you folks play the lotto. I've played the lotto. This is going to freak you out. I can't 100% tell you that the lotto, the Powerball is rigged, but what I can tell you is this.
If you still play the lottery, listen to this. This guy Jeffrey won the Powerball in 2008, and he didn't put it under his name, he put it under his trust. That's called the Zorro Trust. That's under the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico that he owned. So he hit the Powerball jackpot for $85 million in 2008, and after taxes, it was almost $30 million. And it says that he purchased this property in 1993 in New Mexico. And what makes this even more crazy is that his trust won the lottery after the day he got convicted. And it was even stated in the files. And I know a lot of people didn't know about this. And I know a lot of people play hoping to get lucky. And you probably know someone that won a scratch off. But the odds of Epstein winning the Powerball right after he got convicted is like 1 in 100 trillion. And it shows that it's controlled and systematic. They're the ones that created the game, and we're just the ones that's building it up. But let me know what you guys think about.
That's exactly right. What are you guys' thoughts about that? If you guys are so far liking this video, man, please like, share, and subscribe this, and comment down below. I noticed most of you guys are all new new viewers. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Channel's only going to get better. Now, I play the Powerball. This is just me. I'm never playing it again. I've always heard that they've been stealing the money for years. How do you know? Everything that we send our money to, like NASA, it's all stuff that we can't prove as individuals. All right, 2 more videos and then we're all done. Now this is a little creepy.
Why do they have dental chairs on the island? Why do they care that much about the kids' dental health? They didn't care too much about the kids because they were taking out their teeth so they wouldn't bite. That was in the files. They weren't.
I'm going to stop it right here real quick because take a look at these masks right here. Take a look at some. They're all over around this dental chair. This is at Epstein's Island. See all these masks? It looks just like this. And I just seen a photo of one of the guys in Trump's cabinet has a face on the wall just like this. Unbelievable. His name is Howard Ludnick. Whether that's true or not, that's just a picture that I've seen.
They weren't just doing it to the kids. They were taking out the adults' teeth as well before they shipped them out on shipping containers. These people weren't just staying on the island. No. And the people who were buying them didn't want them to have teeth. What good are their teeth to them?
She said that they were shipping them out in shipping containers. Now, do you guys remember down in the Panama Canal when the ship was sideways and caught up in there? You think that happened for a reason? It was a shipping container. It's called Evergreen. Look it up. That was Hillary Clinton's nickname, Evergreen. The Diddy files. Guess what was underneath the Diddy's mansion? Tunnels that led right straight to the railroad.
No, if anything, a teeth is like a hindrance. No, they were taking out their teeth before they ship them worldwide through the seas, through the ocean, on shipping containers to different continents to the predator class, because that's what we're calling them now. Not the elite. They're elites for what? What the fuck is elite about you? You are the predator class, okay? By the hundreds of thousands, these people are being shipped out with no teeth. The level of this is something we cannot even possibly begin to comprehend, but we need to understand that it's real, and we need to do something about it now. All of this is real, and people are pretending like it's not. Why do they have dental?
That's exactly right. We got to stop pretending that it's not happening, and it is. It could be your kids next. Okay, this is the last video here, coming up with Jesse Waters, all what you guys been waiting for, and it's a minute long, and us Trump supporters will just laugh, because we're going to have the last laugh after this. Well, I guarantee it.
Hold up. Did Jesse Waters just hint that Trump supporters are going to get the last laugh when it comes to Epstein? Listen up.
The situation is like this, Dana Perino. Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, then called the cops on him, then arrested him, arrested Maxwell, and they're like, release the files. He's like, you sure you want me to? You really sure you want me to? Fine, have at it. And they're still yelling at his people. Right. It's politics.
I've been telling people for a while now, it has to be slow. You do not rush the
That's right.
release of the Epstein files. You do it slowly because everyone has busy lives and they need to see everything fully so they can understand how deep this actually goes. It's almost like it's coordinated and we are just getting started. Can you imagine what we are going to find out in the future? I can give you a clue. You're probably going to find out that every single person in your ear has something to do with this. Those people that are complaining about the Epstein files right now, it's going to fall back on them, not Donald Trump. Have a great night, Patriots.
That's exactly right. I've been telling people it's sort of like they cooked us. They cooked us over time, and now we're being uncooked. We have to be exposed to the truth slowly. People were like, well, why don't we have arrest in 2020? Because you have to wake the people up. If we would have just arrested everybody in 2020, we would have had a civil war. You see what's going on here? Trump's waking up the people. As much as you want to believe that Trump's in the Epstein files, he had nothing to do with what these guys have done. And this is just a scratch of the surface. So guys, hey, thanks for sticking with me. And we'll see you on the next video. I much appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.